Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel on the college process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be going over getting your FSA IDs to fill out the FAFSA form, also known as the FAFSA IDs. Now you're going to need two IDs here, basically one for the student to start the FAFSA form, and the second ID, the parent ID, is going to be used to upload your taxes as the parent from the IRS site onto the FAFSA form, as well as both IDs, the student and the parent ID, will be used to sign the FAFSA form at the end. Right now we're on the studentaid.gov site. I'll put the link here on the screen here as well so you guys can see it. It's studentaid.gov. This is where you guys go to basically do everything now FAFSA related. So to get the IDs, we have to go here, as well as to fill out the form, we have to go here as well. So now that we're already on the studentaid.gov site, let me show you, let me walk you step by step of how to obtain the IDs. So we'll click on the create an account. And I want to walk you guys step by step. It's a pretty simple process here. Now, what you're going to see here, it's going to show you here that you're going to be about to create an account for a parent, a student, and a borrower. By the way, you can't click on either one of these. So as you're continuing doing this, you're not actually doing one for the student and then a different website for the parent. The website's exactly the same for the student and the parent, but first we're going to create the student's account. We'll click on Get Started. And when you do start this, by the way, you're going to need the student's first name, last name, social, and birthday, as well as the parent's first name, last name, social, and birthday. So you need those things before you start this process. But that being said, let's start filling this form in. Now, obviously, jump somewhat ahead here, obviously. And I basically just put in my first name, my last name, my birthday, and my social. This is what you're going to be doing for the student, by the way. And then what you do is you click on the continue box to get onto the next page. And then here on the next page, what you will do is you create your own username and you'll be using the student's individual email. Now, the student's email when they're creating their account and the parent email when you create the account next for the parent cannot be the same email, by the way. Also, the cell phone number you guys will be using on these forms can also not be the same cell phone number. It will not let you create multiple accounts with the same cell phone number or the same email, by the way. So I'm just going to plug in just a random username here. What you guys will see here is once you type in the username that you want to utilize, it's going to tell you whether that username is available or not. If it's not available, obviously to choose a different one. But if it's available, then you can move forward with that. Then after that, you want to make sure to plug in the student's email, their personal email, not the school, high school email. And in addition to that, obviously you have to plug in the password, which requires a capital, a lowercase, a number, as well as a character. Now you want to make sure to write these things down as far as the username and the password, because if you forget them, obviously you can reset it. I'll show you how to reset it in a moment, but you want to make sure to have these things all in one place so it's easy for you guys when you're filling out these forms. And that being said, let's jump right into the next page here. And now the third step here of the 7 steps we'll be filling out is basically just putting in our address in. And then after I type in the address information, and what you're going to see is it's going to ask you for a cell phone number. Now you have to give them a cell phone number. The cell phone number is a key here for essentially being able to either access the account, or if you have problems getting into the account because you forgot your password, basically, the cell phone number is one of the easiest way to kind of basically reset your password. So, and we'll click here where it says, yes, I agree to use my cell phone for access, okay? We'll click on the yes box here. We'll move down a little bit now, and then we'll click on the continue box. And then what you'll see here is it's going to give you the option of sending information to you via either email or through the post or text message, so on and so forth. I typically like to tell parents, keep it on the email just to make it easy, because the emails is something easy you guys are just going to have access to. So that's why another reason you want to have the personal email, not a job email or a school email. So we're going to keep it here as the email. And we'll move down. Down here, you can actually choose a language preference if you want. So if you want to change from English to Spanish, it's up to you, but I'll just keep everything English here to make it easy for everyone watching here tonight. And then we'll click on the continue. And now it's going to ask you for 4 specific challenge questions. Now here you can basically choose from a list of questions here. So we'll go down here, and here you can see from what elementary school did you go to, the name of it, all the way down to what is the first name of your best friend. So what you will do now is basically, I'll just fill in these right here. I'll skip to the next section, but if you guys want, just choose the ones that you know that will be 1-word answers. You do not want these things to be long sentences or spaces in between or abbreviations. Choose very easy, simple answers to these questions. Like, what elementary school did you go to? If you went to Jefferson Township Elementary School, just put Jefferson. If, let's say here, you look at what's the color of your first car, if it was something like neon gray, just put gray. Those are the things you want to do, just 1-word answers for these. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to jump ahead after I finish this here for you guys. Okay, so I finished the 4 questions in case you forget your password and you reset it for whatever reason and you don't have access to your email or your cell phone number. They're going to ask you these 4 questions, or at least 2 of these 4 questions. So you want to make these answers simple. Now remember, we're doing this for the student. So when you're doing this again for the parent, if you're doing the student's answers, make sure they relate to the student for these questions here, the security questions. When you're doing the parent, the same thing you're doing now, you'll be doing this as the parent security questions. Remember that, not to get the two mixed up between the student's security questions and the parent security questions, okay? And that being said, I'll click here on the continue box. And the next box we're gonna see here is, it's basically gonna go down here and indicate to me that just double check all your information, the student's name, the birthday, the social. Obviously, you can click on the edit box in any of these here to go in there and double check. Obviously, you can click on the edit box here to go in there and double check any of these, as well as if you want to just double check the password, the username, so on and so forth, your email, your address, so on and so forth. So we're going to go all the way to the bottom of this because for me, I already know this information is correct. We'll click on the agree box and then press continue. And now what you're going to see is it's going to give you the opportunity to verify your information. So we'll click here first on the cell phone number. It's going to send you a code to your cell phone. So on your cell phone, we'll receive a code. As you can see here, my code just came in. So I'll plug my code in here and I'll just click on the continue box here. And what I'll do is it'll verify my cell phone number. So any issues I have now with my account, if I can't get in, or if I need to reset the password and so on and so forth, it will send a code to my cell phone every time I need help with it to make it very easy to reset my password. Or if I don't know what my username is, same thing, you can use your cell phone number now instead of username. So this automatically authorizes your cell phone number to be used as the username, as well as to reset the passwords. This is why you want to do the cell phone. And then we'll click here. Now they're going to send me an email. And the email is open up. So you see here comes from the US Department of Education. I'll click on that. And I'll go down, and there is my code. So I just got the code from the email from my Gmail account. So I plug it in here, and I press the continue box. And now both my accounts are verified. What that basically means is if I have any issues, I can log in through my cell phone number or my email. If I don't remember my username or my password, I can reset it. So this is the keys that you have to do these two verifications, by the way. And now that these two steps are done, what you can do is you're basically complete with the form. If you want to move on, you can do this step right here, which is an added step of security, but it's really not necessary. So I'm just going to skip over that and just click on the continue button here. And then what you see here is it's going to give us a backup code. You want to make sure to basically take a screenshot of this. So you have this for any indications that when they call you or you can't access your account, is there any issue with your account, or somebody breaks into your account kind of thing, or hacks your account, you want to make sure to take a picture of this right here. So this is basically, I guess, step 3. So you can use your cell phone number, your email, or this backup code just in case something happens. So we want to click here and have us indicate to them that we have stored it, basically taken a screenshot of it or wrote it down. I would definitely take a screenshot with your cell phone at least. And we'll just click here, continue. And that's it. Right now, it shows you here that your account has been created. Once again, take a picture of this if you haven't done so already, because you will need this just in case you don't have access to your cell phone or your email. You want to make sure to have this as your third backup, let's call it here. So since we already have the student account, what you want to do is now you want to go up here where it says log in and create account up here. And you want to click back on to the create an account. And you want to do is once it brings you back to the starting point, you want to start all over again here. Once again, remember there's no tab that indicates which account you're creating. And you want to start all over again, get started again, and do this whole video again. Basically, you want to watch the guide again and do the account for the parent now. So you need 2 accounts, one for the student to sign into the FAFSA and start it, and the second account for the parent to be able to upload your taxes, as well as for both of you to sign the forms at the end. So we just did the student account. Now let's start by doing the parent account. So what you can do is basically go to the start of this video here and start all over again. And other than that, if you guys have any questions or any concerns, you can always leave them down below in the comment section. Once again, I thank you everyone for watching today's video, or if you have any comments or need any help, I do have on the screen now my contact information. If you need help with filling out the financial aid forms, I do help families fill out the financial aid forms. Just reach out to me. That's actually my cell phone number on the screen. The fastest and easiest way to get a hold of me, by the way, is text message, or you can email me as well. Either way to get a hold of me if you want help filling out the financial aid forms, or if you need help with the admissions forms. Other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, my name is Ed from Principia Prep.